Welcome to Luang Prabang, the famous UNESCO World Heritage town known for its beautiful landscapes, Buddhist temples, natural beauty, and a lot more. In this video, I'm going to take you through 12 of my favorite places around Luang Prabang in no particular order. So, let's begin. If you were to visit only one temple in Luang Prabang, visit Wat Xieng Thong. This temple has preserved the cultural, architectural, and spiritual essence of Luang Prabang for centuries. I won't hesitate in even saying that this temple is among the most beautiful temples that I have seen in Southeast Asia. The first thing that you will notice is its low-hanging roofs. These roofs almost touch the ground and are a hallmark of traditional Lao architecture. Almost all of the walls and pillars of this temple are full of intricate patterns and designs. Be it exterior walls or temple interiors, they are all full of beautiful motifs and patterns. So, take some time to sit and relish the beauty. This temple also used to be the main temple for royal events. It still houses the royal chariot. The royal chariot hall is famous for its golden façade with intricate carvings. Another famous art is Tree of Life. It's a mosaic which symbolizes growth and prosperity on the back wall of the main temple. Because of its beauty, Wat Xieng Thong has also become a favorite photography and wedding photo destination. At this just one place, you can experience culture, architecture, spirituality, and much more. Kuang Falls is one of the most beautiful natural wonders near Luang Prabang. Its main waterfall is about 60 meters tall, falling into stunning turquoise blue water pools. Kuang Falls is a series of cascades formed over limestones, which give its turquoise color. These cascades create a series of smaller falls that seem to stretch endlessly. Visit this place on a sunny day. The colors come alive. On a sunny and hot day, you can also take a refreshing dip in the pool and enjoy the cool water. This whole area is like a tropical paradise. Whether you're here just for visiting or for enjoying the pools, Kuang Falls is a must-see destination in Luang Prabang. If you're looking for a relaxing way to see Laos, I can't recommend the sunset cruise on the Mekong River enough. I took one of these tours on a slow, long boat, and it was honestly one of the most peaceful experiences I've had. As the boat drifted through the calm waters, I got to watch the untouched beauty of Laos unfold all around me. The serene countryside, dotted with villages, mountains, cliffs, and forests. The mountains rise gently in the distance, perfectly framing the river and making the whole scene feel like a painting. And then comes the sunset. Wow! The sky explodes in colors, gold, pink, and purple stretching across the horizon. And the Mekong reflects it all so perfectly that it almost felt unreal. While sitting there, just soaking it in, I realized this is exactly what travel should be about. Slowing down, taking life easy, and enjoying the simple beauty around you. When I was in Luang Prabang, one of my favorite things to do at the end of the day was visiting the night market. I think I visited it almost every day. As soon as the sun goes down, the whole street comes alive with hundreds of vendors stretching across the city. It's Laos' largest handicraft market, and walking through it feels like stepping into a colorful, bustling world. All the street vendors come from nearby villages. There's also a food market nearby with over 50 food stalls, and the variety of foods is amazing. You can try everything from fresh seafood from the Mekong to local Lao sweets. You can even buy the famous Lao Whiskey, and of course, it's the perfect place to buy handicrafts and souvenirs to take home. The whole vibe is so lively yet relaxed. And after a full day of traveling, this market is the perfect place to wind down. If you're exploring Luang Prabang, a visit to the Pak Ou Caves is an experience you don't want to miss. I took a boat ride along the Mekong River, and in about an hour, you reach the spot where the Mekong River meets the Nam O River. Near the junction of these two rivers is Pak Ou Cave. The caves are set into the limestone cliffs, and there are actually two caves, the lower cave and the upper cave. You reach the upper cave by taking around 200 stairs. However, if you want to just visit one cave, then visit lower cave. Inside the lower cave, I was amazed to see over 4,000 Buddha statues, all in different sizes, poses, and materials. Some are tiny and delicate, and others large and majestic. I learned that the Lao kings used to bring statues here every new year, adding to the caves over centuries. Walking among these sacred figures, surrounded by the natural beauty of the river and cliffs, really felt like stepping back in time. One of the most special experiences, which was totally unplanned, that I had in Luang Prabang was visiting the monasteries. These peaceful monk quarters are a part of the temple complex. These monasteries have been carrying on thousands of years of old culture and tradition with them. Walking through, I noticed how simple yet meaningful life can be. No clutter and no materialistic chases. There were also classrooms where young monks learn. These classrooms are called Dhamma halls. I was very surprised to see how much they do on their own, everything from cleaning to maintaining their own quarters. In the evenings, the sound of the chanting fills the air, and sitting quietly through an evening chant is one of the most calming experiences I've ever had. What touched me most was watching a monk accepting alms. It was a simple yet a beautiful exchange where the community supports the monks and the monks give back the blessings. Visiting these monasteries reminded me that Luang Prabang isn't just about sightseeing. It's about experiencing a way of life that is deeply spiritual and peaceful. One evening, after wandering through the night market in Luang Prabang, I stepped into Wat May Suvarnapumaram, and it felt like I had entered a different world. The market was buzzing with life, but inside the temple complex, there was a calm silence, making it one of the best places to spend some time alone in the evening. And I decided to visit this temple again the next day. The entrance immediately caught my eye. The golden walls, covered with detailed motifs and art, seemed to glow under the light. These designs tell stories of Buddhist teachings and Lao culture. These are a reminder of four noble truths for the people who cannot read. I felt like I was reading history through the golden artwork covering the full entrance wall of the temple. Inside, I found rows of Buddha statues, each unique yet radiating the same sense of peace. What I loved most was the contrast. Outside, the city is alive with sounds and colors, but here you get a space to breathe, reflect, and just be present. Wat May isn't the most famous temple in town, but for me, it was one of the most memorable. If you want to get the 360 view of this UNESCO World Heritage town, then climbing up the Phousi hill during the sunset is something you should consider. Is it worth it? Yes, totally. It's a short climb and very well worth it. Once you reach the top, you can see the city of Luang Prabang spread out in the valleys with the rivers winding through and the rooftops glowing in the late afternoon light. The show begins 20 to 30 minutes before and after the sunset. The sun slowly dipped behind the mountains, casting golden rays over the Mekong River. I would say this sunset experience was different than watching sunset from Mekong River. One of the best ways I got to feel the local vibe of Luang Prabang was by wandering through the local market on Sisavangvong Street. It's not just a place to shop, it's where you really see everyday life unfold. I loved browsing through the colorful clothing stalls, where traditional Lao fabrics hang side by side with modern styles. The smell of street food fills the air, and I couldn't resist trying a few local snacks while I walked around. I also found stalls selling different kinds of tea, fried snacks including pork beef, each with its own unique flavor and aroma. And of course, the market is full of beautiful handicraft as woven bags, handmade jewelry, wooden carvings, all made by local artisans. These markets are not usually crowded and give you a glimpse into local lifestyle. When I visited a Hmong village near Luang Prabang, it felt like stepping back in time. The Hmong are an ethnic group from the mountains of Laos, and walking through their village gave me such a real glimpse into their traditions. Their houses are simple and often made of bamboo or wood. One of the highlights for me was seeing how the women still practice the ancient art of hemp weaving. From soaking and beating the fibers to spinning and dyeing them with ash, every step is done by hand. The finished cloth, decorated with embroidery, isn't just clothing. It's a story of skill and culture. I also saw old tools like the stone hand mill for grinding grain and a foot-operated rice pounder. Things they once used daily before machines. And then there's the keng, a bamboo instrument played at rituals and festivals. The sound is haunting and beautiful, almost spiritual. Visiting the Hmong village wasn't just sightseeing, it was connecting with traditions that have survived for centuries. For me, it was a reminder of how deeply culture and daily life can be tied to the land and to community. On my trip along the Mekong River, one of the interesting stops was the whiskey village. The villagers here are famous for making traditional Lao rice whiskey, and the process is still very local and hands-on. They still use big clay jars where the rice ferments, and then simple stills where the whiskey is distilled. The best part, you can actually taste different varieties, some smooth, some strong, and some infused with herbs. And yes, you'll even see bottles with snakes or scorpions inside, which they believe give extra strength and health benefits. It felt less like a tourist stop and more like a chance to connect with Lao culture, taste something unique, and support the community. If you're taking a boat ride to the Pak Ou Caves, this little detour to the whiskey village makes the journey even more memorable. If you enjoyed this glimpse into must-see places in Luang Prabang, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Your support helps us share these amazing stories with a wider audience. We'll see you in the next one.